girlfriends that remind me of who I am when I forget. One of them is my mother, and then I have a whole bunch of other wonderful ladies that God has brought into my life, which is weird because I grew up in a house full of boys, so I didn't know how to deal with that at first. But I learned. And I wrote this piece for Lauryn Hill because I wonder if maybe if she would have had a group of people around her, constantly reminding her of who she was when culture and everyone tried to tell her opposite, if maybe she would still be rocking the game today even better than she was. So this is Miss Hill. I wish somebody would have told you. Now I don't, I used to love this. Now I don't, now I don't, I used to love this, but now I don't. 18 years later, and your miseducated love child of lyrical brilliance is still held as the solid rock foundation so many have built their identities on. They used your words as a mirror to figure out what they look like. They discovered freedom in your new sound, captivated by your dual MC and vocal capability, Ms. Hill. Though none will ever be her equal, I consider you the Nina Simone of our time. What she did with the ebony and ivory of piano keys at the height of segregation, you did for hip-hop. Turned it from classical isolation into something so many around the world could relate to, shaking up listening comfort zones with your ability to break free from the cultural chains of what's expected from female entertainers. Only able to hold the attention of an audience by baring our bare bodies and selling our souls. Your gift made you famous. But what good does it do a man to gain the whole world at the expense of the thing that makes him human? And what good does it do a girl from New Jersey to have the whole world rocking to her music if she's no longer allowed the freedom to walk into grocery stores without makeup? Fans get mad because her natural appearance isn't made up, Miss Hill. You are a queen. Not because of your ill skills to flow on beats or the swag you display on stages when you choose to rock them, but because you were born with royalty flowing through your veins, oil wells of wealth naturally developed in your melanin, not for the purpose of selling or robbery, pumping you dry, turning you from a flesh and blood woman into a profitable commodity, but for the purpose of future generations to have a place to put their lyrical hope in you, spitting real truth like, girl, you know you better watch out. Sometimes, manipulative pain masquerades as love when it hurts so bad, and I used to love him. I don't now. Instead, finding the joy of your world in Zion, loving your unborn child more than the Alpha Benjamins, the lesson in looking back and never forgetting where you come from, knowing your worth when they try to play you like you're dumb because you might win some, but you just lost one. And oh love, how nothing even matters but you. Miss Hill. I wish someone would have told you who you were made of. His hands meticulously fashioned you with great love for a great cause to display a distinct side of his nature, cause today we hold the memory of your music in high esteem. You were crowned the matriarch of hip-hop by Time magazine, but I can't help but wonder what wondrous wisdom has been aborted and withheld from this generation, withheld from your lack of new inspired creations, because we loved your music. But did we ever really love you in all of your human folly, killing you softly with opinionated critiques of exactly what an artist should be? And let's be honest here, because isn't that what we do? We take fine for a little while until it all washes away and all you're left with is me, imperfect, wounded, fallible, scarred black woman, beautiful mix of attitude and issues. Queens are black women. Yes. Mistreated and not seen for who we really are, only how much they can make off us. Dark skin seen as a disability. Our features are not acceptable unless they're sold in pieces off us. Our ethnic allure is acceptable on stages. At a distance, where you never have to get close enough to love us. Too messy, too complicated. Dissecting the complexity of our dual strength and vulnerability is too time-consuming. Why can't you just sing? You know, get up there and perform. Females always in their feelings. As if the high of high pay and crowds of thousands screaming your name could substitute for inner healing, but mishealing. You are one of a kind just for your very existence. Your worth was never determined by popularity, polls, or public opinion. You should never have to hide from the world to find peace and acceptance, and no one has the right to rob you of your right to be human. Your right to be broken and brilliant at the same time. Your right to have a bad day, a bad month, a bad year, a bad couple of years, girl. I want to say that in your rhyme. It's okay. You are loved just for being you, for being honest, for being truly natural and unnaturally rare in a culture that seeks to purge us of our God-appointed glory. You are cherished royalty, and I wish someone would have told you.